Welcome to Lifestyles of the Strange and Exotic. I have got to find a place where it's not so... Okay, that looks a little less mess. Though technically that is organized chaos. Well, yes, it is actually all organized chaos. Project yet to be worked on. I gotta get my sewing machine to cooperate. Project I am still working on. But yes, hello, I am still here. I have not dropped off the face of the earth, though I'm pretty much just sleeping through it. See what? I'm filming on my phone. Was going to pick up my phone to check what time and day, and what day of the week it is, because I no longer know anymore. It is nighttime at some point. I think it is Friday. I had a point. It died this morning. But I've been pretty much... Let's just say, last year sucked. Apparently I was not alone in the suckiness that was 2018. Apparently everybody suffered in 2018. I take a tiny bit of, comfort in that solidarity. So I figured, okay, 2019, it's gonna be about me. I'm gonna take care about me. I'm gonna be, weighing up in your face. And I figured, I'm going to step out of the box. Well, as much as a person like me dwells in the box, I usually like, reds, purples, blues. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go balls to the wall, and I have electric lizard. And I'm like, this is about as like punk as you can freaking get, right? And I'm like, I like this. I like this a lot. I wasn't quite sure about the yellow undertones, but it's funny because, mother brain warped me to think, okay, yes, this is awesome. And all I can think of is cockatiel. There's always that negative side of the good stuff. But I am rather enjoying it. And it's funny because you have so much, like I attempted to make this video before, just basically saying hi and rambling a bit, of like, this is Manic Panic, and it's actually, this is $10 for your normal couple Manic Panic. And there's like Arctic Fox, which is like a newer thing on the market. Well, newer than Manic Panic. But they want $13 for it, and I think it's about the same amount of product. And I'm like, is it really all that wonderful? And I'm like, I can't get myself to pay the $13, but, I know Manic Panic, and, I have a, like, relationship, and it's something I'm, it's a brand I'm loyal to, and I'm willing to invest, the 10, but it's like, I have such little hair now, I can get more money out of it. So it's like, when I had long hair, and it's like, you have to, like, really squeeze the product, because you can't just drop the money to get the, because I'm a cheap hoe. So, I bought it on Amazon, because I can't just, like, skip happily to the mall to, like, pick up a bottle of Manic Panic. So it was like, just come to me, and I just go down the street. It was weird. It came in, like, the box had, like, pharmaceutical something medical, and I'm like, I don't know, but it was new, and it was cool. I'm just fascinated. This is so... I wasn't quite sure if I could carry off green because I have, like, Vulcan skin tone. But apparently this type of green is, like, And I wanted something bright to just brighten things up, basically, because it's been so kind of drab here in the middle of winter. Yeah, technically it's middle of winter. And it's like he wrecked his car. I mean, seriously, bon voyage, adios, it is now dead and kaput. So he now kidnaps my car, so I can't go anywhere and do anything. So I'm pretty much literally just sleeping the day away. So basically my day is sleep until 3, wake up, feed the children, sit where I am, play video games, eat, rinse and repeat. And I've been doing that for an entire week. Going to bed at like 5, maybe napping in the middle of the day. And I'm like, usually I'd be fighting the fact, it's like, I know, honey, I gotta do something. I'm like, fuck it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it. And I've been enjoying it. Basically making up for the sleep I didn't get all of last year. Ironically, now drinking pumpkin spice coffee in my pumpkin spice everything mug. So we'll see how that works. Maybe I'll be going to sleep at 5 a.m. and not waking up. So basically I rediscovered Dragon Age Inquisition. I played it all the way through on the PS3, and they had it on sale for the PS4. and I just like the controller to the 4. It just fits in my tiny little, mutant hands so well, and I'm like, I really like that game. So I, bought it for the 4. And I had just finished that before I started Final Fantasy 15, and it's almost like they took all of that mechanic and just built Final Fantasy 15 around it, because you have the 4 bros, in Dragon Age Inquisition, you have the 4 individuals. You have your character, so basically you're Noct, but you can customize it. There's a lot more customization in this. Your customizable character, and then the 3 people you take with you. But you have a choice, I believe, of 8, and they can do different things. You have your archers, your mages, your warriors, and there's 2 of each. Oh, and the rogues. I picked the rogue, so basically my character's my version of Ignis, because that's the fighting style she has. And you can pick male or female, blah, blah, blah. And there's, it's just really, really awesome, but there's no, story, per se, in Inquisition. There's a lot of busy work, and you're building your Inquisition, you're building your empire, quote-unquote, while you're trying to save the world from, these rifts. And there's a lot of similarities, in the mechanics of the game are very Final Fantasy 15, too. So there's a lot more detail in the controls, where it's not quite as easy to access, Sage Fire or Gladio's move or Trigger Happy with Prompto. You have to, there's a button you have to hit, and it's kind of more annoying. I like 15's a lot more streamlined. But, so when I got into 15, it was such a comfortable transition. So if you like 15, Dragon Age Inquisition. But if you don't like busy work and doing a lot of shit, a lot of little things, you're probably not going to enjoy it. I mean, you're basically writing a book, and there's multiple endings, and there's so much to do, so every playthrough is going to be different. The ending might not be so different. There's if you choose rightly, the first time I played through, the world was a happy place. So, literally, I did really well. And you can romance almost everybody in your country. I played the safe route and went back to Cullen. I like Cullen. First time around, I went with Solon, but somehow I found out that I thought he was going to be a jerk. But technically he isn't. So, I don't know. But this time I went with Solon. Not Solon, I mean Cullen. I like Cullen. And it doesn't matter if you're a girl, you can still, hook up with Cassandra or whatever. So, that has been my day. Because I figured I wanted to give myself a break before I go through my 4th playthrough Final Fantasy 15, and I've got my funds waiting for episode Arden to drop. I'm waiting for the anime to come out. I'm disappointed that they didn't do an episode Arnea. They were supposed to do Arnea, Arden, Luna, and Noct, and they're like, nope, we're done. And it's okay, episode Arden had to happen. I mean, you just had to, because you want to know how the Kingdom Lucius started. What the hell? How did Arden become the bad guy? Is he a good guy? Well, you're not quite sure. You just like him, but you want to bitch slap him. It's the story things, should have been the main game. Yeah. But, episode Luna, just the thought of, controlling her as a character. Think of the fighting mechanics. This is a video game. She's going to have to do something. She's probably going to have to fight something. Can you picture fighting with Luna? Even if you've watched Kingsglaive and see that she has a level of badass to her. No. It's just no. It'd be too weird. I don't know. Episode Arnea would have been perfect. And I would have liked to seen the world of 15 through Niflheim's eyes. And Arnea is the perfect venue for that. How did... And that's kind of things that have been brought up, too. It's you're fighting a one-sided battle, kind of. You see it from Lucius, and you see it from the bros, and, they're good guys, Niflheim bad guys, but why? How did apparently a well-liked leader become an emperor? Basically, I insert World War II stuff here. So you can there are real-world, parallels, but it's in-game, you'd kind of like to know, what made the emperor want to, focus on magic technology, and how that, you kind of wanted to know those things. At least I did, and Arne would have been perfect for that. And who was the other one? Oh, Noct. The entirety of Final Fantasy 15 is episode Noct. What they wanted to do was pull an Ignis and have a happy ending. But if you play episode Ignis and his happy ending in knowing what was in the main game, that just makes you hurt all the more. It's curse you, Square Enix. And I always go back to Ignis. apparently I'm a glutton for punishment. I love playing Episode Ignis. That's the one I keep going back to, even... Bring a towel, let's just say. Bring a towel. Because you'll be... Iggy, my boy. So that's pretty much been the beginning of my year. And I'm kind of like... not quite sure... I mean, again, this is only the middle of January. I don't have to make deep choices quite yet. But there's still things that are kind of up in the air for me. And because I'm like, well, okay, my main route of employment is no longer on this plane of existence. So it's like, it's like, should I get a job? Shouldn't I get a job? And it's like, well, literally down the street, they're like hiring cashiers for like temporary. And I heard like I overheard a conversation as to like why that is. So I think they said like, they didn't say temporary, they said like part-time. And I'm like, it'd be a sweet gig as far as literally I could just walk to work. But I don't know, I don't want to put myself in that position because being a cashier means you have to people, because I've been there, done that many a year ago. How the fuck I managed that, I don't know. Twice in my life, actually. Fairly close together. I still don't know how I functioned. But I don't want to, like, push myself quite yet. I want to be in a better place where I can do that. Now, like I said, I'm back on my medication. You would be surprised what your thyroid can do. I mean, literally. I wasn't sure if it was just happenstance, but apparently thyroids will fuck up your mood. And it kind of makes me wonder, it's only within the past few years that I've been on it, where I could start a thing like YouTube, start doing Summerfest, things that I would never even thought of many a year ago. So I'm like, well, if I had been on thyroid medication in like my early teenage years, would I be far more stable and less likely to do this? I don't know. It kind of makes me wonder. So I'm like, so I'm hoping this year goes a hell of a lot better. I still have plenty of goofy juice, so I invested in quite a bit of goofy juice last year because I needed it. Oh yeah. But the thing is, as far as like my channel, I have like older videos of I'm being here, so they're within new-ish, but they're like old-ish at the same time. So I'm like, do I want to put them up? Do I not want to put them up? But I'm like, well, okay, what do I do with my channel? To the two people that might be interested in me rambling on for whoever, which is pretty much all I do. I just, I assume nobody gives a crap. So I just throw it out there and people get a giggle. Hey, at least I've accomplished something. But I'm like, okay, well, I'm not, as far as like resources concerned, not going to go to the will as much. That and the fact that they're grossly overpriced now. I mean, literally like $6 for a shirt. I can go to Walmart. That is on sale for like $5 now. I got 2 of them now. One came as a Christmas present. Oh yeah. And then when I found out it was on clearance, I got the plain red one. So, apparently you can tell I don't need clothes. That's my pile of pants, things that I've been wearing, shirts. So there is a plan. So there's nothing, like, there's no real reason to do hauls. And I'm not quite sure how to like frame this. I do have my little library nook pretty much cleaned up, but I'm not in a place where I can relax enough to enjoy a book, to do book reviews quite yet. So I'm getting there. And it's mostly trying to like organize and try to make this less like somebody's garage than in an actual living space. So I'm getting there again. I'm getting there. Of course, cleaning Grandma's apartment wasn't all that helpful because now I have even more stuff, as you can tell. So, but I have a plan. But again, my dwelling is never going to look like someplace that, like my sister's, where it's all like, decorated. Where you walk in and here's this. It just feels like something out of a magazine. No, I am far too Unitarian. No. Everything has to have a practical purpose. Tables will have to have stuff, it needs to be useful in some ways, so it's always going to look like a craft place or a garage or something. There's always going to be that not quite fancy house thing. But getting farther than I did, so I'm giving myself breaks from that. Don't go anywhere, especially if he's got to steal my car now. I hate it when he takes my... Anybody else have this problem where someone takes your car and it just feels wrong afterwards, and it takes a while to get used to you? And he's so rough on things, too. That's why we can't have nice things, because you don't know how to treat them, especially when they're somebody else's things. I don't blame his mother for that. Insert right here. Someday I'd like to find the inside of my car, because it's full of junk now. For the move and all that crap. Not enough alcohol in the universe for this stuff. I'd like to get back to kind of, researching other stuff. Doing my enjoyable stuff. Haven't quite gotten into crafting again. I just have projects wanting to be done, and I dabble into that every now and again. That's the thing I gotta do, is kind of put the stuff that I've already done into frames and put it on the wall. Yep. So snoozing all day has been rather delightful. And it's like that practical part of your mind's going, you need to get up, you need to do something. And I'm like, no, I've done that in the entire year. Nobody appreciated what the frickin' hell I did do. And it's like, no, I'm going to be frickin' lazy for a while, and I'm going to frickin' enjoy every other fucking second of it. So, yes, that is the moment I'm having now. Not quite sure what to do for the future. So I figured I'd, can't even remember. Oh, it was during Vlogmas that I was doing just random. I figured at least remind you that I'm still here. So, I leave a boring life, so I have no reason to vlog. Oh well. And again, it's the same 2 places I go when I can't go anywhere. I don't know. Things are still up the air. I have a general idea what to do. But again, hi, how are you? Still here. Until that random video I may or may not do in the future, I don't know. See you next time. Bye.